I went to my local library to get a card to set up my Libby account, and I wasn't expecting to be disappointed. It was tiny. It was tucked away in this kind of sterile, almost clinical architecture surrounded by, a bunch of other stuff. And even then, inside of the library, it didn't have any character. It was, those kind of bright, sterile white lights, and it didn't feel welcoming or like a library, which I thought was so weird. I mean, it's been a while since I've gone to a library because I moved and I just kind of bought books after that. I hadn't gone to a local library in quite some time, but I feel that libraries should feel the opposite of that. They should feel warm. They should feel inviting, have character, be a place where people want to be, almost like a kind of third place. And maybe it is just the rose-colored glasses of my youth, but libraries used to feel like that. I can remember the front facade of my childhood library, and it was built to be inviting. It had character. It was designed to reflect the people that it served, both inside and outside. It had character. It was inviting. It was warm. It was a place where you felt like you could stay and let your ideas wander, that you can dive into this kind of abundance and collection of knowledge. And I think I'm kind of realizing as I'm talking about this, I don't think it's specific to libraries, but just a lot of spaces now, they feel like they're made to be efficient, clean, minimalist. And I get that it's cheaper, it's practical, but it also changes how you experience that space. It stops feeling like a place where you want to constantly visit and stay. Instead, it makes it feel like a place that you just pass through. It serves a function. But thinking on that, it is just kind of a downer. I mean, this is supposed to be a place, this kind of aggregation of knowledge, of books, something that is of merit and something our society should be valuing, kind of reduced to this kind of clinical function. And I mean, I'm not expecting every library to look like these or this, but I mean, adding a little bit of kind of some plants or some character, some splash of color, anything. And the craziest part is that I do feel partially responsible for this, as that I needed that library card and I will use it, but just not for the space. I'll use it for Libby. I will download my ebooks, because we live in a time where access to book is easier than ever, and that is great, but it also means that we don't need to go anywhere. And I can't sit here and act like I'm not part of the reason why these libraries are probably downsizing, as people aren't going into them anymore. There's pros and cons to this, but I can't help but feel that we've lost something in this shift. It might not be access to books that we've lost, but there's definitely a loss in the experience of a place that is specifically about books and making you want to read and stay and dive in.